Hey guys, Brandon from NorCal MedTech and Gun Zone Radio. In light of this week's bombing at the Boston Marathon, I thought I'd talk a little bit about general preparedness or everyday carry. I'm not talking about just concealed carry today. We're merging those two things, the medical, the concealed carry, and kind of just some overall general preparedness type stuff. We've already seen a lot of images on the news of heroes running towards things, regular everyday citizens giving a helping hand. So let's talk about how you're prepared. Right off the bat, do you have medical training? If you don't, come see us. Go find anyone who's going to give you medical training. And real training. Take a basic first aid class, Red Cross or some sort of equivalent, but then also take some real trauma training. Get it. There's a big difference between where first aid leaves off and where trauma care begins. And obviously, given the events of this week, we're living in an age where trauma will occur where we least expect it. So we're going to take a look at kind of some of my everyday carry gear. I'm going to talk about it from the layered type of response that I like to think of, your person versus your vehicle versus what's in your house, and we're just going to go from there. Alright guys, so here is my, I guess we would call this my expanded everyday carry. If you take a look at it, there's a lot of stuff here. One of the things that I like to think about is layering my everyday carry and just my general preparedness. I'm usually close by my vehicle. I don't venture far away from it, whether that be the range or work or really any sort of outside type activity, even just going out about town. We tend to stay very close to the vehicle. So normally what you really see loose is what would be my everyday carry. Just kind of calling it out as we see. We got, your regular iPhone. Obviously any sort of communication thing for everyday carry. Needing to call 911, needing to get a hold of friends, if you're in trouble, whatever the case may be, any sort of phone. Knife, the knife and the firearm, same level of force. They're both deadly force options. If you're going to carry one, don't think that one is somehow different than the other as far as the use of force goes. Why do I have a knife? Really primarily in case someone gets their hand on my gun, because I have failed at situational awareness and someone is trying to take my concealed carry piece away from me. The knife stays with me on the opposite side as my handgun. Set of keys, sunglasses. Even if I'm going out someplace, a movie theater, it's dark, I keep my sunglasses with me. Basically, why? In case I'm in that medical situation. We're not talking about a bombing. We're not talking about something crazy. We're talking about, hey, I'm out at the movie theater and someone starts choking. Someone has a heart attack. I'm going to put that stuff on because I want to render aid as possible to people, but I really don't want to get sick. Wallet, like I'm sure everyone else carries, and then for me, Raven inside the waistband holster, and then either I carry a Glock 26 or a Glock 19. Over here, we actually have kind of a ID type necklace from TacDrive.com. One of the things I really like about this is that it's kind of like the old dog tag principle where you can have little information on there, but also it's a USB drive. It can be encrypted, some of it can be public information, so the rest of my medical insurance information and then is on there for anyone to access, along with encrypted on there copies of extra documents, birth certificates, social security card, account information. In case I'm ever separated from those documents in any sort of event, I have some way, if there's power in a computer, I can actually get to them. If I am not going somewhere where I feel I need to take this extra pack. The pepper spray that's in there does come with me. So this pack, this one is a Maxpedition bag. You see my affinity for morale patches there, and we're actually going to dive into that separately and see just what's in there. Alright, here's my Maxpedition bag. It's a work in progress, as all my bags, my vehicles, our in-home gear, everything is. But this is kind of that extended everyday carry. If I'm going somewhere, let's say a ballpark, amusement park, somewhere where we're going to be away from the vehicle, or maybe just a public event where I want to carry a little bit more than what I normally do. If I was going to go observe, say, a marathon, this is probably what I would bring with me. So we'll just break into it real quick here. Pen, extra magazine, pepper spray over here on the side. On this side, actually carry a little streamlight, as well as some simple medications, an aspirin, a non-aspirin, and a anti-diarrheal, basically a little generic Pepto-Bismol packet, because you never know when the moment's going to strike. In the main compartment, we basically have all the contents of a Norcal MedTac blowout kit. Alright, so here we have the contents of a Norcal MedTac blowout kit. I got my 2 pairs of gloves, size man, some regular rolled gauze, a regular cat tourniquet. If you don't know why we get these in orange, you should read about it in our blog. Basically, we order the orange ones for that civilian setting. Not all civilian EMS systems are used to tourniquets yet, and due to risks with tourniquets, we wanted to make sure we started ordering the orange ones, just like the civilian EMS guys do. A fold-out CPR mask, because quite honestly, you are more likely to end up using this in your everyday life than any other piece of gear. If you don't know CPR yet, if you don't even know hands-only CPR, get into one of our classes, get into a class somewhere. Some lube and an MPA, some Quick Clot, and a hyphen chest seal. Once again, if you don't know how to use any of this stuff, please, by all means, come to one of our defensive medicine classes. This main compartment gets into the rest of the everyday carry stuff. We're going to be away from the vehicle for a little while. We're at some sort of public event where there could be a problem. We want to have a little bit more than just our gun and our light, or just our gun and our keys and whatever on us. So in here, keep a little bit of food, you know, high calorie energy type stuff, the little goo stuff that people seem to be so fond of for marathons, some trail mix, a Cliff Bar, and then 2 bottles of water. Basically enough to keep me going for really a day if we're going to push it, right? Something to drink, something to eat, stuff to take care of myself or someone that I see is hurt, and a little bit of self-protection. Things that I'm going to be adding in here, and I got this through this list from SantaCruzSurvivors.com, but we're also going to be adding in a little lockpick set that will probably be able to fit in here, just a regular lighter, nothing fancy, and a whistle, and I think probably a little compact signal mirror. This kit isn't like I'm going to be thinking I'm getting lost in the wilderness type of kit. However, the signal mirror, if I want to be able to try and get someone's attention without having to scream out, you know, just something to get a hold of them by. So that's about it for my everyday carry stuff. Yours, of course, is going to vary on what your climate is, what the type of things that you go to are, and really what your expectations are.